Hello, everyone. My name is Autumn, and today I'm going to be giving my informative speech on tips on the correct way to, can I say again? Hello, everyone. My name is Autumn, and I'm going to be giving my informative speech for tips on the correct age for a child to own a cell phone. So, this is a big question that is brought up all over the world with children of all ages. It's starting younger and younger now, where children are having access to technology and they're wanting more of it. It's fun to learn and to do the things that older people are doing. So, my purpose with this speech is to inform my audience about the appropriate age for a child to own a cell phone where it will be beneficial rather than harmful and can be used in a way to aid a child in their safety, their development, and things like that. So, determining the correct age for a child to own a cell phone depends on various factors, including their maturity level, the necessity that that cell phone is going to bring to their life, and parental guidance. So a parent being involved in a child's life and knowing what's going on, and open communication between a parent and a child. So imagine your 8-year-old coming to you saying, "Hey, mom, dad, can I get a cell phone?" What would you say? Would you say yes? This is a great opportunity for you to learn responsibility. It's going to be a great safety tool. Or would you say no? You're not ready for this. This is an important step in the world. I don't think this is the right age for you. It's a big question that a lot of adults are asking. So, determining the right age for a child to own a cell phone requires evaluating the maturity level of a child, where they are, the tasks that they are doing, what they can accomplish on their own, the decisions that they're making, that they're smart decisions, that they're healthy decisions. Um, so, a need for communication as well. So, if a child is needing to communicate with a parent throughout the day, they're going alone somewhere, it's about a safety thing, being able to say, "Hey, mom, what's this? Hey, mom, how can I do this? When are you picking me up?" It's a nice way for a parent and child to communicate in safety aspects. So, but it's also greatly important to know the potential risks involved, because they are great. There are a lot of risks, along with a lot of great things that can happen with owning a cell phone, especially from a young age. So, with technology becoming an essential part of our everyday life, parents must understand how to make responsible decisions about when to introduce cell phones into children's lives. As a concerned parent and having researched expert opinions on child development and technology, I have gathered valuable insights on this topic. So, I have a child. His name is Harlow. He's a little kitty baby. And when I was gathering all of this information, I was thinking of, hey, like if he was a real child, which I treat him as such, and he was getting to the age 8 or 9 years old, where he was saying, "Hey, mom, like I want to take this step and try out a cell phone." And I don't even know what I would say, because it's a big responsibility to have a cell phone and the risks that are involved with having cell phones, because I've experienced it. I mean, most Americans have experienced it. Most parents know what it's like, and the important factors that come along with owning a cell phone. So, today I will discuss factors to consider when giving a child a cell phone, the potential benefits, risks, which there are a lot of them, and the guidelines for setting boundaries and monitoring usage, which is a very, very important thing. So, let's begin looking at some key factors that I have found when trying to make this important decision. So, number one, I would say, is the maturity level of a child, where they are at, what tasks they are doing, how well they are able to complete things, how well they are able to listen. Children develop at many different rates, so their ability to handle responsibility will vary. A child should demonstrate responsibility in completing chores, doing homework, following the rules that you're making for the household, because if they're following those rules, it might be a better clue that they'll follow the rules for the cell phone. So, according to a report by Common Sense Media, many parents consider giving their child a phone when they start beginning to stay at home alone or they're walking to school alone. So that's a big step for parents when they're having a child walk to school, or they're having their children stay at home because they have to work, which a lot of parents have to do that. I mean, that's just part of growing up and becoming independent and mature. So that's when a lot of parents are sitting back like, hey, is this a good age? Like, I want my child to be able to communicate with me. I want my child to be able to know that they can text me, they can get in touch with me. And it's very important for things like school as well. Like, how am I getting picked up today, mom? Like, what's the plan? Knowing where to go, being able to communicate in terrible situations, say a terrible school shooting happens, and it's just a safety net for parents to be able to communicate with their children. So it can be a useful safety tool. It really can, allowing parents and children to communicate quickly in emergencies is a very important thing when it comes to owning a cell phone. But another large point that I have discovered is the social and peer pressure, which I already knew this as a person that owns a cell phone, that it can be an important thing and it can be a detrimental thing. Children may feel left out if their peers have cell phones and they do not. So it's not only of, oh, well, now I'm worried about them getting a cell phone and what they're going to be exposed to on there. It's also the fear of them feeling left out without one. So then what do you do in that situation? So parents must balance their child's social media with readiness for phone ownership. So allowing them to have that phone is being able to communicate effectively and have open communication and be able to talk about everything that's going on, and being able to just monitor and make sure everything's going the way that it should. So benefits and risks. Benefits are communication, obviously. Children can contact their parents and friends quickly. So not only parents, but if something's going on and they need to talk to a friend and have like a quick call, they can do that. A big one is educational resources. Smartphones can provide access to educational apps, tools like that to help in education. And that's a big thing now that technology is becoming so big. Um, Another big risk is cyberbullying and online dangers, because there are a lot of terrible predators out there. Um, so that's another big one that I've also discovered is it's a really scary true thing that can happen. And then another thing is that it can hinder social development and having that face-to-face interaction. So long story short, set the boundaries, limit the screen time to ensure healthy tolerance when talking to friends in person or over the phone. And get encouraging responsible use, having a time management with being able to use the device and only being able to use it for important tasks. So we have discussed the key factors to consider, the benefits and the risks, and the guidelines for setting boundaries and monitoring cell phone usage. So as a parent, as a caregiver, making an informed decision about when to introduce a cell phone is such an important part of a child's life. So equipping children with the right tools at the right time empowers them to navigate the digital world confidently and effectively. Thank you for listening.